I need cowboy boots.
Yes, you do.
Hey everyone, it's Kristin, and the Orpheum's 2020-2021 Broadway season has just been announced, and here to talk with me about it is my boss, Orpheum President and CEO, Brett Batterson. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be on Kristin on Cue.
Okay, so the season has just been announced.
Yes.
What, talk about the season. What are you most looking forward to?
Oh, I'm looking forward to every single one of them. It starts with Escape from Margaritaville. If you're a Jimmy Buffett fan, you're going to love this show. It has everything you can imagine a Jimmy Buffett show would have.
Are you a parrot head?
I am not a parrot head, no,
Okay.
but I enjoy Jimmy Buffett. I have been friends with a lot of parrot heads.
Okay, and then after Escape to Margaritaville, we have got, and I'm blanking on the season now.
We have the long-awaited return of The Lion King.
Yeah, I feel like Lion King is one that we always hear. People are so ready for it to come back.
They are. And not only that, it's been here so many times. It's the highest grossing in terms of ticket sales, the highest grossing show in the history of the Orpheum Broadway series.
All right, okay, and then next to wrap up 2020, we have Jesus Christ Superstar, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary.
And I am so old that I remember seeing it 50 years ago.
And then 2021, we're back-to-back Weber here.
Yes, we are.
With Jesus Christ Superstar, but then Cats.
Cats. This is the new production of Cats that opened on Broadway. It's not the movie. Let me say, it is not the movie. It is the new production that was a big hit on Broadway. It's doing great business all over the country. And Cats has also been to the Orpheum many times.
This will be the 16th time, 17th time that a production of Cats has been on this stage. So if you missed it the other 16 times, here's your chance. Following that is a show that I love, because I loved the movie, Mean Girls, obviously written by Tina Fey, directed by Casey Nicholaw, who's done Book of Mormon, Aladdin, all the things you love. This was such a fun show. I had the greatest time on Broadway. I went to see it on a Wednesday. Have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movie and I've seen the Broadway show.
Okay, so you know the significance of wearing Wednesday on pink.
Wearing pink on Wednesday.
You know the significance of wearing pink on Wednesday. And then after that, we have one that I think is very special to us here at the Orpheum.
Yes, it is.
Is the 2018 Tony Award winner, The Band's Visit. And why is that so special to us here?
Well, because as an organization, the Orpheum Theatre Group invests in Broadway shows. We help make Broadway possible. And we do that with a group of other presenters called the Independent Presenters Network, which is a group of presenters of Broadway theater around the country. We have helped co-produce many shows, but The Band's Visit is one that we, the Orpheum, invested in and became a co-producer with the other members of the IPN. Therefore, we won our fourth, count 'em four, Tony Award for Best Musical, and it was for The Band's Visit.
The other ones were for Thoroughly Modern Millie, Spamalot, Memphis, and The Band's Visit. So 4. Okay, and then after that is also a super special show. Last year's Tony Award winner and this year's Grammy Award winner for Best Musical Theater Album, Hadestown, which is still currently on Broadway.
Still currently on Broadway, and here's what's great about Hadestown. Hadestown tells the story of Orpheus and Eurydice.
Yes.
Orpheus was he a god, or what was he? Orpheus is a mythological character that the Orpheum is named after. And we have a statue in the lobby of Orpheus. So this is the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, as well as the love story of the two characters whose name I cannot...
King Hades.
Hades.
And Persephone.
Persephone, good. See, we make a good team, because you know what I don't know, and I know what you know.
So wrapping up our lovely little season is the show that recently came here. People might know it.
People might have heard of it.
It's called Hamilton.
Yes.
Okay, how incredible is that we get the show back so soon?
I think, the fact that it sold every single ticket when it was here last time, 24 performances, 2,308 tickets, every performance, sold them all. I think Memphis loved Hamilton. I think it's a great show that is changing the face of musical theater, and I think it's real important that we bring it back. So I'm happy as can be that it's coming back so fast.
So talk to me, we've talked a lot about Tony Award winning, Tony Awards. First of all, what are the Tony Awards? Because some people might not know them.
Tony Awards, Tony is actually short for Antoinette Perry. That's who the Tony Awards are named after. And they are the Grammys and the Oscars of the live entertainment business, the live theater business in New York. I'm very lucky that I get to be a Tony voter. There are 800 of us across the country.
I want that job. I want to do that so bad.
You know, I've spent my whole life getting here. I think I finally got it when I was, 57? So 56 maybe?
Okay.
So you've got a number of years to get there.
Just a few.
Just a few. So you'll get there. You'll get there. To be part of the crowd at the Tony Awards, to walk the red carpet, to be with all the beautiful people in their suits, to see the show that we invested in, the band's visit, win the best. Well, actually, that year they won 10 Tony Awards, but they won the best musical, which is the grand prize. It's an experience I'll never forget. Yeah, I may do it again sometime when we're part of a Tony possible winner, but that first time is special and always will be.
It's on the list.
That you're going to do.
It's on my bucket list.
That you'll do one day.
So yeah, our Tony viewing parties were very different that year because I think, well, you were there in a suit and amongst all the beautiful people.
I was there in a tuxedo.
Yes. I was at home with themed foods and ballots and my family.
Well, very good.
So basically the same. Okay, so talk about planning a season. How far out do we plan? How do we get access to certain shows at certain times? How does all that work?
Well, I'm working about 3 seasons ahead.
Wow.
We just announced this current upcoming season. I know what the next season will be. I'm not telling, but I know what the next season will be, and I'm working on the season after that right now, and I have a good idea what that season will be. So I'm working about 3 years ahead. So I work closely with the agents in New York, and the agents in New York represent all the different shows, and they have to do what we call in the industry routing. They have to make sure that the jump from one city on a Sunday night after the show closes to the next city on a Tuesday night when the show opens allows enough time in there to get set up and ready to go. So no show can travel really more than like 1,000 miles between stops. So that's the routing, and that has to happen around the country. So the routing of the show has to match up with the theater's calendar. The theater has to be available when the show's available. Then I use kind of a formula, if you will, to program the Orpheum Broadway season. I want to make sure that we have the newest and the best. That's why we have Band's Visit in Hadestown. I want to make sure that we've got some wonderful musical comedy like Mean Girls and Escape from Margaritaville. I want to make sure we have a classic or two, what I call a chestnut, like Superstar or Cats. And then I want to make sure we have family-friendly shows in there too, like Disney's The Lion King. And so it's all putting that all together, creating that puzzle.
Thank you again for joining me today and talking about this exciting new season. See you soon. That was Kristin on cue.
Yeah, I took like clown class and stuff.
You took what class?
Well, I have a theater degree, so I like to clown class.
Clown?
Clown! Like Big Red Nose.